It's an early September day here on the farm as we try to raise $100,000 before February. And with a current bank account of $14,000, we have a long ways to go. But I think we can do it. It's just going to be very close. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is till in the oilseed radish we planted last time. It'll give us our first application of nice organic fertilizer and get the field ready for planting our barley. All right, now that's done, let's get our tractor all fixed up and go rent a planter for the barley. Now, up to this point, I've been using the weeder to plant canola as our primary crop. It's been a good strategy, saved us some money, but it's time we branch out into some other crops, even if it'll cost us some cash in the short term. So let me see which planter to rent. 3 meter working width, 3 meters, 4 meters, what else is here? What kind of cost are we talking about? See, this small one here goes for $1,700. Okay, how about the bigger one with 4 meter width? How much is that? This one is $2,500. Okay, but that only gives me 1 more meter. Maybe there's something else here on the market. Let's look around a bit more. You've got this coon, a 6 meter width. Oh, that could be quite good. Let's see what that is. $3,500. It's almost a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but acceptable, I suppose. What else is here? We've got this horse, also a 6 meter working width. That could work. It takes 200 horsepower. Let me see how much they want to lease this for. Oh, only $2,500. Well, that makes it much better, and we get the same working width. So I should go for this one. Am I missing anything? Yeah, it's the 200 horsepower one. Our tractor can pull it, even though we only have about 145 horsepower, but I'm pretty sure it can pull it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get this one for $2,500. That should be great. We already have our seed bought, so all we got to do is hook up this planter. It's actually a seeder. I think that's what it's called. The planters are probably for other types of crops. This is really a seeder. But we'll get this hooked up and get it filled up with seed to start planting our barley. Okay, that's on. And before we get too carried away, let's go get our weight for the front because this seeder is very heavy on the back. All right, so after a little fiddling around, I realized I couldn't fill the seeder with seed because it doesn't have any kind of hopper with it. So I have to rent a hopper attachment for it, which cost me another $1,000. So now I just need to figure out how all this gets hooked up and we'll be ready to go. Okay, the hopper's on, the seed is in, so let's get planting. I really should have paid closer attention to what I was renting. The specs would have shown it had no liter capacity listed. That would have been a clue, but you live and learn. I would say if there's any real deficiency in the game, it is in this area of providing enough information in a clear way to be able to make equipment selections. I'll show this at some point when we get to our carrot crop, but I think most people would agree that at times it requires a little investigation and research to really know what you're getting with the equipment. But we've got what we need, so let's get on with the planting. Okay, the barley is in. Let's get this equipment returned so we don't pay any more money than we already did. The silage is coming along nicely. It'll be ready soon, but we need as much of everything as we can to afford the sheep barn. So for now, the next job is to work this grass field again. We'll mow, bale it up for silage, and set it off to the side. Then roll the whole thing to put back the application of fertilizer and get it all ready to regrow. The silage baler did cost us a pretty penny, but we're getting a lot of use out of it. And if you recall, we got one that could do regular bales and silage bales. And baling up our fields is just a very satisfying feeling. I love doing it, but let's continue on to finish the baling and get the field rolled. All right, the rolling is done, and we also had a massive $1,500 repair cost on the tractor before we started rolling. I know I've said it, but tractor maintenance is just being a constant problem. There's nothing we can do about it right now, but it is a steady drain on the bank account. I guess that's just life on the farm. Related to that, what I also realized while baling and rolling is that I very well may run a little short for the new sheep barn. I had thought what I could do if I did go to buy it and was just a few $1,000s short, I could go cut a couple of trees and make up the difference. But by the time I go buy the barn, the barley fields may be too far along and crop destruction might not allow me to drive on them. So I decided if I'm going to get a little extra money in my pocket, just to make sure, I'd better down a few trees now and go ahead and pad the account. Between the repairs and the monthly bank payments, we'll likely be down another $5,000 at least from where we are now. So it's best if we just play smart and get the trees now. All right, that's one tree cut, loaded, and sold. Let's go get more. Okay, that's 2 more trees for a total of 3. We should be good now. Let's get this bale pushed up properly into the feeding trigger. Then go check our fertilizer situation. Now, I thought the IBC had fertilizer in it, but it's clearly herbicide. So unless the sprayer is over half full, it won't be enough for the barley. And no, almost empty with 36 liters. So you know what that means, right? More chainsaw work. there's that one limb that wants to just jump out of the nice comfy trailer. Why would it want to leave? Maybe it knows it's going to the sawmill. It did jump out and make a run for it, but we caught it and put it back in. Our payout for that load was fairly small, but it was a load of pretty much just the limbs. The next trailer, that'll be mostly trunks, which should make up for it. We did cut 2 trees this time, so I'm expecting about 5,000 total. Well, we've had an accident, and a car has decided to get right in our way of riding the tractor. There we go. Just a little balance issue with the front loader, and now we'll be on our way, as if nothing happened. Well, night is falling, but I think what I'm going to do with this last load is try to clean the property of all these little wedges that come after cutting down the trees. They just get in the way of mowing. They can stop workers if they pop over into the field. They're just a nuisance. So we'll pick up as many as we can find around the fields where we've been cutting the trees and sell them with the rest of the trunks. Yes, 3,500. I knew it all balanced out in the end. Now, let's go spend most of it on a round of repairs and a nice fresh IBC of fertilizer. While we're here, let's convert the trailer back into a bale trailer. I don't think we'll be needing it like this anymore until we go sell our eggs, which should be the next thing that requires a trailer. But that was a very big day on the farm. We tilled in the cover crop, got the barley planted, and even after our near debacle with the cedar, got a whole round of mowing, baling, and rolling in for a second round of silage, and that'll be a big contributor to our new sheep barn, and even down to a few more trees to help out the account. Things should slow down some, but we have more to do to reach our $100,000 goal, so subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode, and we'll probably find out if we make it or bust. See you next time.